Hello everyone, and thank you for providing feedback to each other and completing the assignment for week 2. Here are the few points that I gained from reading your responses. Number 1, you all talked about the sudden movement to online during the onset of COVID. My hope is that this will not happen again, at least not as drastic, but again, knowing higher ed, been there for many years, it might another shift, but hopefully not as drastic. The other one is, several of you talked about some faculty and students are not aware of the resources available for students and faculty. The question is, how can we or you at your institution address this? What can the e-learning department do to make sure the faculty and the students are aware of this? Several of you talked about clear policy on assignments, on due dates. Several of you talked about chunking. I know I mentioned this during our last live session. Very important to chunk large assignment. If you have an assignment worth a lot of the points, then consider chunking it. Also consider making each chunk worth few points, especially in undergraduate students. Some students think of optional. If it's worth points, they will do it. If it isn't, not everyone, but a good number of them will just skip it altogether, especially when there is a lot of demand on their time. So think chunking, think frequent check-in, and it can take different format. Consistency is key. Consistency is key in the way you design and develop your course. When you provide feedback, consistency matter a lot to the students. Don't get very creative in how you design the course. Think basic, so students don't have to spend time looking for material. They spend time engaging with the material. For software, get to know one or two software. This will establish your credibility with student. If you're going to use screencasting software like the one I'm using right now to record this video to you, you really only need to learn one software and then learn it at a high competency level as possible, and that is all you need to do. Again, try not to have too many non-graded activities, especially for undergraduate, but honestly, even with graduate level, because quite few of your students will not actually take the time to do it. Again, I thank you for taking the time to really engaging and interacting with each other.